Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Rob Rosa, hopefully your favorite real estate broker. All right, my friends, I've been out here walking for about an hour and 10 minutes now. And I could tell you, the humidity's starting to come out. It's gonna be a warm one today. And I know you're enjoying it this summer, hopefully, without too much rain. But one of the things that I know you're gonna be looking for over the next couple of days is the wonderful world of cold AC. Cold AC, of course I am, Rob. Cold air conditioning. Well, that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is that if you're looking to buy or sell a property, you want some cold AC. What is this guy talking about? I'm talking about the fiduciary duties of a real estate agent. You know, what are the fiduciary duties of a real estate agent? Cold AC. And that's an acronym for what realtors and real estate agents who are doing the right thing need to provide you, that you deserve. Whether you're a buyer or a seller, this is what you deserve. And I'm doing this from my real estate school web Facebook page, because I thought it was a good little lesson to share with people, and it just gives you an idea of some of the things that we go over in our real estate class. So cold AC, the first one is C, and that stands for care. Does your agent care about you? Are they putting you first before their money, before their commission? Do they have, you know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about, commission breath, right? Are they caring more about their money than they are about you? And they should not be. The real estate agents who care about their clients are the ones who are putting their clients first, whether they have a closing or not, and making sure that those clients are well taken care of. So the first one is for cold AC is care. Second one, oh man, who knows it? Starts with a no. In 2020, nobody likes to hear this word. It's called obedience. Obey. What do you mean, Rob? If I'm a real estate agent, I have to obey my clients? Yeah, listen, as long as they're not asking you to do something unethical or illegal, you have to obey their wishes. Otherwise, you might as well not even have an agreement to work for them. Get rid of that buyer's agreement. Get rid of that seller's agreement if you are not going to obey what your client wants. Now, once in a while, most clients are pretty reasonable. Sometimes things get a little bit crazy, right? Once in a while, you'll have one of those buyers, and I hate to say it, but it's usually one of these old guys. Hey, I know the place is listed for $195,000, but you tell them 105 cash. And you're like, listen, it's listed for 195. They have 8 offers already. They're not going to take an offer for 105 cash. I don't care. You tell them 105 cash. Well, that's when I usually have a discussion like, listen, I don't know if we're going to mix well together. Maybe, I don't know if I can help you because you're not listening to my advice. But ultimately, I have to obey them. I have to either do what they ask, or I should not have a buyer or seller agreement with them. So the second one is obedience. Third one starts with L for cold AC. Does anybody know what it is? You got it right. It's very, very close to my heart. If you know me, is loyalty, right? You have to be loyal to your clients. For a real estate agent to abide by the fiduciary duties, they have to be loyal to their clients. They have to put their clients' interests first. They have to handle the transaction with care, obey, and loyalty, right? Not necessarily be worried about other parties in the transaction more than their clients. So the third one is loyalty. Fourth one begins with a D for cold. Disclosure. Tell your client what you know. Disclose any issues about the house. Again, you walk up to us. If you go to look at a home with me, in many cases, you might be like, what's wrong? If I'm your agent for buying a property, you might be like, what's wrong with this guy? He doesn't want me to buy any houses. Because I start at the curb and I'm like, hey, take a look at that chimney. you know, that's going to need to be repointed. Oh, did you see the rotted wood under that window over there? Oh, let's take a look at this staircase. We're going to look underneath it. Something doesn't seem right. You see, I'm going to look for things in whatever I know about that property, which I'm pretty familiar with a lot of the properties on the market. I'm going to disclose to you because I want you to be able to make the best decision possible. I want you to cut down on as many surprises as possible. So that's disclosure. So we just went through the word cold. It's hot out here. You could see I'm sweating a little bit, whew, right? So let's go through AC. Well, what's the fifth letter? A, accountability. If you give a real estate agent some money, a check, whatever it might be, well, they have to make sure that they are handling that money correctly, right? So first of all, you know, usually when a buyer has a transaction, they're making a purchase and sale agreement that gets accepted. What do they need to do? They usually need to give a deposit. Does it happen all the time? Pretty much, right? So when you give them that deposit money needs to go into an escrow account in Connecticut within 3 days at the most, okay? And who gets the interest? Do you know who gets the interest from that money that's held in an escrow account if it's not stated otherwise in the purchase and sale agreement? You got it, the state of Connecticut. But one of the things I can tell you about that is I believe it does go into the Connecticut Housing Finance Authority, and they use that money, or they're supposed to be using that money for first-time home buyer programs. But one of the things that you should know is that the real estate agent, and many people don't believe this, they think, oh man, this deal fell apart, this transaction fell apart, and the real estate agent took my deposit money. Well, that should be a huge, huge no-no, because there's really only 3 instances. Now, I'm not an attorney, but you can talk to an attorney if you want to. I never played one on TV either. But usually, that money is never supposed to move unless, number 1, you actually have the closing, or number 2, both parties agree, meaning the buyer and the seller, or number 3, there's a court order. So if anybody ever tells you, oh yeah, the real estate agent took my deposit money, that's a huge, huge no-no, and people should know that there's a problem with that, because you can get your license revoked. You might even end up in jail for that one, which also kind of coincides with 2 other C's, which is commingling, which is taking that money, meaning the broker or real estate agent taking that money and putting it with their personal money, or conversion, which means they're actually using it to go down to Mohegan Sun, put it all down on number 13 and see if they can double their money in an instant, right? Which that's a big no-no too. So anyways, the 5th one is accounting, and the last one, cold AC, confidentiality. A real estate agent who's working for you, who has fiduciary obligations, whether you're their buyer or you're their seller, should be keeping your business confidential. They should not be telling, oh, why is this person selling? Oh, how much money do they have for deposit? Oh, what are they really pre-qualified for up to? So be careful making sure that you are working with someone who you can trust, that's going to care for you, right? That's going to be obedient to your wishes, that's going to be loyal to you, that's going to disclose everything to you, that's going to be able to take care of the accounting and handle your money correctly. And then lastly, keep things confidential, right? Because your business should not be out there with other potential clients knowing about it, other potential agents knowing about it, and so forth. So my friends, that is the story for cold AC. If you enjoyed this little lesson, you know, you're more than welcome to join my real estate class, and the link is in the description here. If you have any questions or need some advice, or just want to discuss some options about buying or selling a property, you know, no hassle, no obligation, but you're kind of at the beginning stages of things, just give me a quick call, 860-558-2122. And either me or someone from the Rosa Associates team, ranked in the top 2% of the country for the Berkshire Hathaway Network will help you out. We'll try to give you the best advice possible so that you can make the best decisions and move on to the next step in your life. It's Tuesday morning, seems like it's gonna be a hot one. So go get yourself some cold AC, and hopefully you have an absolutely amazing day. God bless you, and this is Rob Rosa signing out. Talk to you soon.